should work. We're gonna. It works. It actually works. I got it to work. I figured out the problem. I figured out the problem. I figured out what's wrong. I am so happy with myself. It should work over here too. Let's figure it out. Now, if this part doesn't work, I'm gonna really lose my mind. Does this work? It works! Everything works! Everything! I got it to work! Oh my gosh! I'm so happy with myself. So happy that I actually got it to work. This is amazing. It never works. Nothing ever works. But it's actually working. Sorry, I'm really excited. I actually got, things set up. I had to change some OBS settings, and it actually is working now. We actually have a picture. You guys can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm good to go. Anyways, we're back playing more Cisco's. So yeah, this is the playthrough that I've been doing for a while. Um, have a iron farm, emerald farm. What are we gonna do today? That's a very good question. I have no freaking clue. Um, Realistically, I wanna. I mean, I got the blaze instruction manual the last time. So we have way more mana now. So now I can actually use my heart stop ability. Now we actually need to get more like blood gems and stuff like that. But I need a way of actually getting blood gems. Which I actually don't know how to really do. Um, oh yeah, potions. That's right. That's what I was gonna do this time around. Now that we actually have like a decent blaze farm, without ever having to go to the nether, which is amazing. Never actually even had to go to the nether to be able to pull that off. Um, don't no freaking clue. Um, how I mean, I know how I figured it out, but again, things don't usually go well for me. So the fact that this is all working is freaking mind-boggling. Um, so anyways, um, it's working, right? Yeah, I think so. I think it's working. Let me just double check Twitch. Twitch isn't yelling at me, right? Twitch isn't. Twitch is okay. We're fine. We're doing okay. I'm just waiting for the. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Twitch has been pretty problematic lately. Okay, so um, I think I can just turn a lot of this blaze powder into blaze rods. I'm turn a lot of these blaze rods into blaze powder. That's what I tried to say and completely failed. Um, so we can do that. I think at least for like some of this, I'm gonna do some brewing in here. Oh, I need nether wart. Well, I technically did I ever get? I have an idea. I have an idea. I have a very interesting idea. Can I get a zombie gate? Is that possible without? Okay. I have an idea. A scroll to change. I can't scroll. None of the scrolling works. It doesn't. Mm, Scrolling doesn't work. Um. freaking mind. Um, because I want to see what other options there are. Because you obviously have like the skeleton one, right? But like I'm trying to see if at some point, like maybe during the skeleton one, do like zombies spawn or something, something like that. I'm trying to figure that out, and it won't freaking let me. I hate this. I hate this so much. I can't. Is there like I can scroll here? Why can I not scroll here? I don't. I have an idea. Um, I'm just gonna have to like make them. We're just gonna have to make them. I think that should be fine. Let's just make them. Make them. How do you? Okay. Is there a way for me to get bones? You'll need something lighter than a sword to cut one. Okay. So I can make a knife. I can get a knife. I'm out of iron. Okay, it's almost night. It's basically nighttime. So let's do this in the morning. That's the wrong thing. Okay. I just need to find pigs. I don't know why my quests and stuff are broken. Really doesn't make any sense to me. Oh. It had to. It had to snow. It had to snow right now. It just had to freaking snow. Oh my. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that was incredibly rude. That was. Wow. There aren't any mobs, right? No. Making sure. Okay. Okay. I'm using this. Get a bone. Okay. I just need a knife, right? Yeah, okay. Where even is my cutting board? Where did I ever... Here it is. Nope, that's chest. That is not the cutting board. Cutting board is still in my inventory. Okay. That's still like right. Okay. Now we can use this to make this skeleton thing, you know. Um, Theoretically, I could use. Hmm, hmm. See, I could use the voltaic. It would take a little while to, get it going and stuff, but it could work. Um, just an idea, just an idea. I definitely need to increase. I need to increase the stack tiers on this. I did not mean to make that many, but that's fine. There we go. Okay. Why? How is that? What? That? Seriously? Seriously? Are they seriously outputting to here because there's a? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll need to fix that eventually. That's so ridiculous. Okay. Um, I need a better way of producing energy. Now, theoretically, I think this would. This is just faster. It's also just easier. I'm just gonna do that. Basically, what I need to happen is have um when this guy consumes things like wood or anything that generates like or that is like a fuel source, right? Anything like that. Anything that you could like put as fuel or whatever in like a furnace, right? For example, it will generate heat. Heat is generated, and so I'm basically trying to get this guy to. How much does he? How much? Okay. The thing is, I'm not entirely sure if it's like it generates more heat the more source it generates, or if like that's even like rel relevant. I don't quite know. I really don't know if that really matters. Um, but basically, I'm trying to get this guy to produce enough heat to turn the stone here into magma blocks. It would just be faster to just do it like this. It would be so much faster. It would just be way easier to just do it this way. So much faster. You know, it really does amaze me the amount of times that I just do things that are like just worse. Like just things that like are not just like just things that are like objectively slower, objectively worse. Like the amount of times I do that is kind of like kind of just disappointing at this point. I'm gonna be honest. Um, what is it? So I need that. I need torch, and I need gunpowder. Do I have? I have gunpowder. Okay. I was gonna say, do I even have gunpowder? But I do. I do. Luckily, I do. Do I have any? I was looking for source gems. I didn't know if I had any of those. That's where I was like, I don't know if I have that. This will give me magma blocks. When I combine it with that, I get magma blocks. Okay. Um, I need to make it daytime. Um, let's see. So basically, the idea here is to um block this off even more. I'll even like move this trapdoor, right? So I'll have this trapdoor like right here. I can put that there. Cause why not? Whatever. And I'm going to put. I have the fire, so I shouldn't take any fire damage, right? Yep. Okay. Theoretically, if I were to spawn in this skeleton wave, right? Okay. The moment that like a mob or whatever doesn't spawn in that area, I need to basically just like get out. Like just leave. Okay, that was a close call. He almost did not die in time. But we got back the bones that we used, so it's realistically just the amount of bones that we use that like it's actually what matters. Because as long as we get like the bones and stuff back, then we're good. I don't think he's gonna die. Yeah, and that's fine. Because that doesn't really matter. We got, like I said, we got the bones back. That's all that really matters. We can make another gateway. Um, Fortunately, wasn't any zombies in that, which is really what we're after. Um, I should have. I actually, you know what? I'm gonna do that now. I should have checked. See if there's anything. No, there's literally nothing. There's nothing zombie in here, unfortunately. But that's fine. Um, what's another way of getting rotten flesh then? Oh my gosh, that kind of scared me. I mean, zombie horse. That scares me every single time. Yeah, I mean, literally, like, I mean, it's a good source of bones, right? Like, we'll get bones and stuff from this. We're just not gonna get, like, you know, rotten flesh, which is what we need. We need rotten flesh. But the only way to get that is from zombies. And we need rotten flesh to be able to get the zombies in the first place. And there just doesn't seem to be a way of doing it. But hey, like I said, we got more bones back that time than we lost, so that's what matters. Um, even got some arrows, which is actually pretty nice. Uh, why? Wait, do I have charcoal in here? No, I don't. Is there really? Is there really no way to get rotten flesh? Does anyone have any ideas for how I can get rotten flesh? This is literally modded Minecraft. Is there no way of getting rotten flesh other than just from zombies? Like, is there really no other way? Um, I mean, um, I mean, I could put. The thing is, I could like put a zombie into a containment jar, and I could do it that way. The only problem is trying to actually find a zombie just alone by itself. that's gonna be hard to do, right? Um, hmm. How can I get rotten flesh without having to like directly encounter a zombie? That's kind of what the whole point of the like gateway, the pearls were for, is to try to find a way of like um summoning a zombie without having to like actually interact with the zombie, you know? Without having to directly deal with a zombie. Um but unfortunately it doesn't really seem like that's gonna be possible. So I just don't know what to do. There's so many zombies in those little iron farms, you know? Like, there's so many zombies. Like, can't I just use one of those guys? Wish I could. Wish I could just grab one of those guys and use him. These are all like, there. It's not even like, you know, like later versions. There's like different gateways and stuff, right? You know, like there's like a Nether Fortress gateway and like a Emerald Grove gateway. All of these gateways are just mobs, just singular mobs, which is so strange to me. The only ones that aren't are like, yeah, the Gate of Memories, right? Is that literally the and the Cataclysmic Gate Pro? But that's it. Like these are the only ones that aren't like specific mobs. Everything else is like yeah, like a specific mob. It seems so odd to me. Like yeah, witches and spiders and zombies, and then whatever these things are, which don't even like exist anymore. And for some reason, you use arrow clouds to make it. And yeah, you can't even. I don't even think you can actually make it. Like yeah, there's just like all this stuff, and it's literally just all one singular type of mob. It's so odd. It is so incredibly odd. At the same time, I don't know what to do. I don't know because no mob that I summon is gonna. I have an idea. I have an idea. What is what's the blood spell? Let me. I don't know if this is gonna work. I highly doubt it will. Um, but I wanna test it out for myself and see. Raised Dead. That's what it's called. Okay. So if I use this, for example, right? Now these guys are considered summoned scout or summoned zombies. Okay? This is a summoned zombie. Does it count? I also can't kill them. But does it count? Like, does he count as a zombie? Is what I want to know. I'm gonna move the Ancient Knight. I'm gonna move. I think that's. Oh, Pyromancer as well. I want to see if he counts. If he doesn't, then that's fine. But I want to see if he does. These guys are also just walking around the base. Now, yeah, because they are summoned, I imagine that their NVT data would remain the same, and therefore it wouldn't count. Unfortunately. But I just want to. I want to see for myself. Yeah, it's not. It's not working. Gosh. That was like, yeah, that was like the only idea I really had. Um, cause yeah, I have to find. I basically have to get a zombie alone. That's. Oh my gosh, he's literally in the freaking pit with the Drake music. I have to get a zombie alone, like a wild, just random zombie. How am I gonna, like, where am I gonna find a guy like that? Where am I just gonna? Like, I could try to find like a zombie dungeon, but like, okay, let's not worry about rotten flesh right now. That's all for like conversion. That's basically the whole point of that was just for like conversion, right? For converting villagers. That's really the only point that I like. The only use that I have for rotten flesh, anyways. Okay, let's try to think of something else. Um, what else could I do? Right? I could. I need to get into potions, right? So I need to figure out what potions are going to be worth brewing. Okay? Per, preferably, there we go. A potion that isn't going to require awkward potions. Ones that are just going to require, like, water bottles. The reason for that being is that, or yeah, even like mundane potions. Like, that would be anything that just requires, yeah, like a mundane potion. That would be great. Oh, wait. I can do abjuration essence, and I can get awkward. Oh, I could just do that. I mean, obviously, it's not going to be as easy to get as Netherwart would. Well, if I had Netherwart, then obviously you could just farm it, and obviously this is going to be harder to get than Netherwart would be in the future. But like at the same time, who cares, you know? Um, we could do strength. Strength would be a really good one. Uh, but that requires blaze powder, and I don't really want to do that right now. Let's not do let's not do awkward potions right now. I think I'm gonna stick with. Actually, no, we could do awkward potions. What's something that's like easy, relatively easy to get? Arcane essence. Arcane essence would be really, really easy to get actually, because we have a crap load of them. We have a crap ton of arcane essence. That is so incredibly easy to get. Yeah, that's how you get the resistance potions. We're not quite there yet. Okay, yeah. Let's brew a bunch of these potions. Okay. So what do I need? Oh, I need a freaking cow. I need a cow. How? Where am I gonna get a cow? Okay, maybe I don't need a cow. Where am I gonna get acorns? Got some oak leaves or a squirrel. Do I even have oak? I don't think I have oak anything other than like dark. I do have oak. I do have oak trees. I'm a big fat liar apparently. I do have oak trees. Um. Yeah, with all the bone stuff that I have, I can just crushing glyph would, I guess, kind of help. But anyways, whoa. Okay. Okay. Well, that's how you get nuts. Okay. Jesus Christ. Holy, scared the crap out of me. Okay. Don't really care for an iron axe. Don't really have a use for it. Uh, okay. Just walking in front of my screen, just being like, "Hey, man, how are you?" I love the like AI of mobs and stuff in Minecraft. Sometimes they're really funny because they just do like such stupid things. Things that like literally make no sense. Most of the time that they're just complete idiots and just really really annoying. But occasionally they're really funny. I forgot I had this. Okay. Yeah, I forgot I had this. So yeah, we got a bunch of nuts, right? Or like acorns. There they are. Okay, I can use this to make milk. I just need a bucket of water. So I just need a campfire. I'm also gonna like move this. Put that there. Put that there. What's it called again? A cooking pot. I could. I probably have clay, right? I definitely have clay. Do I not have clay? Should have clay. There's gotta be clay around here somewhere. Wait, the stonemasons. Stonemasons can sew clay. Um, alright, well, bricks. That's what I meant. I meant to say bricks. Okay, that'll be the guy that for bricks, I guess. Okay, so we have that guy now, and now we need a wooden shovel. We have. Now I just need a water bucket. Boom. Boom. There's that. Okay. Boom. Boom. Right. Two of those. And then some sugar. And what needs to go underneath? An empty bucket. Okay. That produces a milk bucket. What did I need for this again? What did I need this for? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. We have boom. Boom. Put that there. Then we get the abjuration essence, whatever. Um, then we can actually get into the potion brewing part. So we'll throw that in there. Okay. Realistically, right now I need another brewing station. Okay. And the reason for that is because I need to do. I have a. There's an interesting way of doing this. And I'll show you the way that I always do it. And that would be by doing it like this. Okay. Um. That's right. Okay. Arcane Essence. If I do this, right, then yeah, I can... Oh, wait. Does it not... Oh. Um... hmm. It's not gonna work. Because I need something that I can apply a redstone dust effect to it. I need something that yeah, I can do that too. I could do sugar. Sugar would probably work because it literally would just be two pieces of sugar, right? So I could do sugar. Unfortunately, this is going to be a very long and slow process. Just warning everyone now, this is going to be incredibly slow. But this is also going to be absolutely crazy, and you guys will see why. Um, I think I can just keep doing this. Actually, with the superior mundane potion, the only thing that would work, yeah, just be that. So I actually need to. I think this should work. I think so at least. Let me see. Yeah, it does. Okay. It's not gonna. It's not gonna. It's not gonna like. It's not gonna make the potions crazy yet because I don't have enough experience to unlock all this stuff, and we'd have to do like um duration, which would be yeah, would be like here, and this is like duration and stuff. So you're not gonna get like super crazy potions yet. Uh, it's gonna take me a little while before I can get all that going. But I'm so curious if there's a way to like automate this. What's like, hmm, because we don't have like a sink, right? Well, yeah. Basically, no. We don't. So like, I need a way of like being able to empty out. I need a way of being able to like empty out the water, the super mundane, and then filling it with a normal water bottle. How can I do that? How? What is the way of? Okay. Does anyone have an idea? Okay, so I'm gonna try to like use. Basically, I want to use star bunkles for this. Okay. How can I have it so that a star bunkle can? I mean, it doesn't have to be a star bunkle. I just figured that it might be easier to do it with star bunkles. How can I have it so that a star bunkle is able to take out a superior mundane potion? have an idea. I'm not sure if it's gonna work. No guarantees that it works. But I have an idea. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it goes. Yeah, let's see what happens. So the idea is, if I basically have, I actually need two star bunkers, for to pull this off. But if I basically have a star bunkle, I'm gonna use backpacks for this. I do need more string, which I have an idea. Oh, I can't. You can't turn it back. Okay. Um. We can do that. Actually, no. One backpack should probably be fine, right? So if I do like this, okay, hear me out. If I have a Starbuncle here, and I give him that, right? There's that guy in there, okay? I just need to grab the wand. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Where did, where did I? There it is. If I, hmm, okay, I have an idea. I This will require having multiple backpacks, unfortunately, but I have an idea. Actually, no, it wouldn't require multiple backpacks. I'll need to upgrade this backpack, but theoretically, it won't require multiple backpacks. Because if I have it, um, inputting that, and then I have it outputting. Okay, so yeah, that'll do that, right? And then if I have it outputting water bottles. Okay. Come on, store the. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need multiple star pumpkins. Okay. Well, it's a good thing I did. I came prepared. Um. Hmm. Huh. Um. Yeah, and it tries to. Hmm. Is there any? Is there any way I can? Is there any? Hmm. There's. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. I mean, there's gotta be a way. I mean, cause you could have. Do we have trash cans? No. There's gotta be a way of like just voiding fluid, right? Is there any way to just void a fluid? You can obviously void items. Like, you could do that with, like, a void upgrade, right? Is there any... I have an idea. I could leave him. Leave him. I have an idea. So, I'm gonna get a... Yeah, I'm gonna get a slave. Not that kind of slave. We're gonna get a slave. And we are going to do this, right? Okay. Have that guy there, right? Now, the idea is going to be, I'm going to have somewhere that, like, is... I'm gonna have somewhere that's, like, it relies on, like, you know, I'll have, like, drawers and things like that. And that's where I'll do, like... I'm basically just putting the problem off and moving it somewhere else. And hopefully it'll kind of just sort itself out and we'll see what happens, right? That's basically what I'm doing. Um, it's just kind of leaving the problem and just putting it somewhere else. So, like, we need to have one guy that does that, right? And then we need to have one guy that does just normal. But that doesn't work either. Because because you can't do the filters. You have to do backpack. You have to, like, you can't. And I mean, unless I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try something. Gosh dang it! Hold on. Oh my gosh. Yep, this is gonna be a problem. Okay, so we're gonna have it like this, right? And I'm gonna grab my key. I'm gonna lock it like that. Okay. Realistically, next time I do this, I should have it, like, actually kind of further away. So we're gonna have it like this, okay? I'm gonna also realistically, yeah, I do need to have. So the idea is basically going to be have if I have it like this, where they can't take out anything other than, like, they have to put in water bottles and they have to take out superior mundane potions, right? Still, just don't think it's gonna work. because and the reason why I don't think it's gonna work is because I think that like this sort of idea will probably be okay, but I th- I think so. This guy's water bottles, right? So he needs to basically take from here and store in. Yeah, see, that's the problem. I kind of figured he would. Yeah. Okay. Um. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I could. I could use hoppers instead of all this. I could use hoppers. Um. I could use hoppers to to export water bottles, and then I could use a star bunker. Yeah, that's what I don't understand why there's not an easier way of picking those guys up, but you know it's fine. Whatever. I'm definitely not complaining. The more I get to kill these stupid little. Okay. I need more hoppers. I need more hoppers. I I have like an absolute just like it's not a hatred for it's not a hatred for starbunkles. It's just an extremely powerful and deep seated dislike for starbunkles. Just extremely intense and very and deep and just like an absolute just full body dislike for starbunkles. Like I mean like to the point of like okay. Um so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to have hoppers. They're kind of like this. I might actually have this more against. I'm gonna have hoppers that are like this, and I'm gonna do it like this, okay? And we're gonna take this backpack, and you see how it can only export water bottles, okay? Okay, so it'll only export water bottles. So if I put that in there, nothing happens, right? Okay, makes perfect sense. Okay, 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 okay. Um, this isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work either. Because if I don't allow for the export of the mundane potions, then they're just gonna sit there. They're just gonna sit there. Okay. Okay, that's not entirely. If I have another, I have. It does require me to have another backpack. Okay. If I make another backpack, right? I can leave this one be to just. I think I can actually just get rid of the copper mess here if I just do it this way. Okay. I could have. It would still involve like a starbuncle coming over here. I'll have. I'll basically have to have a backpack for super mundane and a backpack for. Okay. Okay, I have an idea. Okay, this could work. This could actually work. Okay, so we're gonna do this, right? We're gonna have we'll have this kind of like right here, right? Um, and then we could do like a trim, and then we'll have this guy like right there, and then we'll have this guy like right here or something. Okay, so whenever this is like that, right? Then that will get put into here, and then that'll get put into here. I don't necessarily like this. Just to make it look a little nicer. I'm gonna just do it like that. Okay. So we're gonna do like that. Okay. I'm also gonna just upgrade this just because I can. Okay. So now I don't need a tank upgrade in here. I can get rid of that actually. I just need a way of automatically filling water buckets. Okay. Or like, sorry, filling bottles. Filling bottles is what I meant to say. We don't have create, which is unfortunate. Uh, is there something that can interact with the world? Is there? Because starbunkles, I don't think can really interact with the world, right? So, I mean, I have an idea. I know I have a lot of ideas, and typically they don't work. Okay, my ideas they don't typically work. But gosh, freak, dang, I wish it would just not do that. Um, if it would require me making another backpack, which I really don't want to do. I hate having to make like a whole bunch of freaking backpacks. I might just get a shepherd just so I can like buy wool. I think that might be an easier option at this point. Just like buying wool. Um, I do have a loom somewhere around here. Pretty sure I have. There it is. Um, yeah, yellow wool. There we go. Okay. Where is my? There it is. There we go. Okay. So I have the string now. I need to make another backpack. I don't have the leather though. Didn't I? Did I ever? I got a leather worker. Yeah, I did. Okay. How much do you get for this? That was just one piece, right? Did I have a different leather worker, or was it just this guy? I think it was just this guy. Hey, I actually have a use for the shears that I got. Okay. There we go. And now I can just get the leather horse armor, and I can just put it into the smithing thing. Into here. And it'll produce leather for me. I don't need to do that whole charade anymore. Um, okay, so let's see. Also I can just get. Okay. So we have this whole contraption here, right? Um, how do I basically need to have a way of taking out water bottles. I need to put in bottles. I'm also really cold. I need a way of like, okay, so if I do, let me make so I have the tank upgrade, so we're gonna need that. I also need to make a pump upgrade. I don't have, I don't have slime. I don't have. Wait, it doesn't matter. I can get a blueprint guy. That's right. I just need this, which I can get from Lapis. Which I never made for some reason. Okay. Phew, I thought I was screwed. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so when exactly do you get sticky pistons? It's a level 4 trade. Okay. So, here for a little while. Got it, got it. You can get, yeah, I mean, might as well get a bunch of computers, right? Bunch of comparators is always good too. We need those. There we go. Sticky pistons. Exactly what I needed. Pump upgrade. Oh, I should have. Yeah, you know what? I'll buy a dispenser. That blueprint guy is great. Okay, so we have that, right? Um, if I do something like this, and then I do something like this, this isn't gonna work out the way that I wanted to. No, add that to my collection. Yeah, this isn't. What? Where did? Oh wait. Okay. Took from my greedy. My frick. God. Okay. Gosh dang it. Stupid thing. I think I might actually have to like. I might actually have to make this bigger. Trying to think of how big I need this to be. Just from I don't really care. This isn't. I'm not trying to make this look great right now. I'm just trying to make sure that it actually works. So don't question why I'm doing the things I am doing. Just sit along for the ride. Just deal with it. Okay. God, keep taking my dang water. My gosh! Would that work? Wait, hold on. Let me, let me try something. Because if a 2x2 would work, um, then, like, theoretically, I think I can just... Oh my... I'm fighting this stupid freaking thing. Okay. So yeah, that happened. Um, yeah, I mean, I could have a... I have... I would need another pump, right? I need one to basically pump in and one to pump out. Um, it doesn't... Yeah, it doesn't... Yeah. Sneak right click. There's no way that I can think of to do this. What is it? Because, like, there's. Other than this baker from Mine Colonies, that's all I can think of. This is literally the only thing that I can think of. Because there's just no other way. Because you basically need something that can right click. That can right click. Like, there's just. But there's just not gonna. There's nothing, right? Unless Ars Nouveau, maybe Ars Nouveau might be able to come up with a workaround. Cause if you could do, that's so much work just to get this to work. Actually, so much. Also, why did I even put it here? Like, putting it here actually doesn't make any sense, like at all. Also, I can't do that, which sucks. It just the whole situation sucks because there's literally nothing. There's just literally nothing that I can do. Like I said, other than like maybe somehow something with Ars Nouveau, but I can't think of anything. So like yeah, for now I'm just gonna have to just kind of like manually do it. I it just sucks. It just sucks. Because, like, there's so many mods that add ways of doing this exact thing. Ender.io has a fluid tank, and all you have to do is, just fill it up with a fluid or whatever, and, then you're good. You're golden. You're doing great, And there's just something like that just doesn't exist. Why am I also not getting any secret ingredients from this? Gosh, everything is annoying me. Everything about this whole stupid situation is annoying. I mean, like at least the star bungles are gonna are keeping it going and everything like that, and keeping this whole process. And they could even like automate putting in the redstone and stuff as well, right? Um, like I could even go that as far as to do something like that. I just I don't know why I'm not getting any secret ingredients. I mean, I know it's relatively rare to get, you know, to get things like that, but I just would have thought I would have gotten it like by now because I have been doing a decent bit of it. You know? I just kind of would have thought, but whatever. 'Cause I don't think you have to manually be the one to put in the potions to get the secret ingredient, right? Any idea? Anyone know if that's true? You have to like manually put in the potions to be able to for it to count as like whatever. Like I said, I wouldn't think you would, but at the same time, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just a complete idiot. I don't know. All I do know is I'm about half. I'm half about to lose my mind. Yeah. So okay. So what's a way to like empty out? Maybe not even empty out. Fill up bottles. All I can think of is like yeah, maybe like Ars Nouveau right click or something. Um, maybe you could do something with the alchemist cauldron. I don't know. I can't really think of anything. I'll try to figure out something off stream. I have to go because I have a movie that I'm going to in the morning, so I don't even know why I'm like up this late right now. So yeah, so I have to go. But I will. I'll see you guys in the next stream. Um, what happened to the? Oh, yeah. I'll see you guys in the next stream. Oh, after I. I'll see you guys in the next stream.